Show starts in 5 minutes.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves.
Here's a new taste treat. The corn dog. Plump, juicy wieners are dipped in a thick, golden Southern-style corn batter that seals in all their freshness and flavor. If you like hot dogs, you'll love corn dogs. Everybody does. Try a corn dog with your favorite beverage. At the refreshment corner now. Corn dogs.
It's 4 minutes till showtime.
Yum, yum. It's time for a tasty and refreshing snack. We promise to satisfy your hunger, your thirst, your sweet tooth. So visit our refreshment center now. Let's go!
It's 3 minutes till showtime.
Men, there's a drive-in movie full of juicy people. Wow! It's a trap! Help! It's Pick! We've had it, men.
A pleasant aroma for you, but not for mosquitoes. Pick is easy to use. Light it and forget it. Pick's aroma keeps mosquitoes, gnats, and sandflies away. Pick is the best protection for barbecues, fishing and camping trips, or just relaxing in the yard.
So if you don't want our company ever anywhere, just light Pick and see what I mean? Bye!
Pick is on sale at the refreshment stand now. Show starts in 2 minutes.
Today we're interviewing a stomach.
Hello there.
What is life like as a stomach?
Oh, boy, it was humdrum. I mean, until what's-his-name discovered Tony's Pizza.
Tony's Pizza?
Yeah, I was suffering from the pizza cravings until Tony's came along. Crispy crust and zesty sauces. Wow.
And so now... What's that?
Another pizza craving. Just thinking about Tony sets it off.
Oh, where are you going?
He's going to get a Tony's Pizza, and I follow him anywhere.
Does your stomach send you pizza craving signals? Oh, wow. Tony's, the Pizza Cravers Pizza.
There are words men live by, words of strength, of wisdom, and of peace. We urge you to find the spiritual comfort and guidance we all so greatly need by attending your place of worship regularly.
Show starts in 1 minute.
Yum, yum. It's a meal in itself. Our all-meat super dog. Enjoy one now.
And now, on with the show.
Hello there, and welcome to the movie quiz. I am your host, Chris Mann Nelson, and in just a few minutes, you and I will be embarking together on a trivia odyssey through 50 points of movie trivia, puzzles, all kinds of great stuff. Tonight is night 2 of part 2 of season 12. That's a lot of twos because there's a 2 and 12. It's the dead middle of season 12. This is the 5th game. It's the dead center of the middle part, the middle chapter, which runs last week, this week, and next week, all inspired by Daredevil. So we've already made a couple choices. This is if I think everybody here is regulars. You all know it's Multiplex of Madness, where we get to choose. I give you choices to make of what categories we are going to play tonight. And head to play.themoviequiz.com if you want to get yourself in the game, if you haven't done so already. It's really easy to sign up and get yourself competing with all the other teams tonight. All right, so let's do it, gang. Let's jump in. Let's get into in-game mode. Let's enter the multiplex of madness. Like I said, we've already made one choice so far last week. In our first, let's see, where are we? There we are. In our first choice portal here is the early 2000s. This is your Q&A round. We did It's Stiller Time last week. So we've got Monsters and Massacres of the New Millennium and Turn of the Century Cells, which is animation. So you make the choice. You make the call. What? Oh, no, you can't because I locked it accidentally. There we go. You should be able to get it. Make your votes now. Cast your votes for which one you want to start with for the early 2000s. All right, I'm going to start the 15-second timer. Okay, I can't do that. I can't do a slow zoom from the movie theater view to this. That's not on me. I can't do it. That would be StreamYard. So petition StreamYard for a slower transition between camera views. All right, so let's see. I haven't peeked. I know what's gonna win because nobody wants the horror one. Nobody wants the horror one. It's Turn of the Century Cells. Turn of the Century Cells is going to be our. You're gonna get the horror one next week though. It's coming regardless with Multiplex. You can push it off, but it's gonna happen eventually. All right, so let's tee that up here. On both the game and the live stream. There we go. Turn of the Century Cells, early 2000s animation. Here comes your first question of tonight's game. What is the name of the city where Sully and Mike work in Pixar's first movie of the new millennium, Monsters, Inc.? Is it Boo York City, Screamsterdam, Fright Town, or Monstropolis? What is the name of that city? The Monster City. 2001 that movie's from. Shit is old. Still looks good though. All right, time is up for that one. Everybody who submitted got this right. It might be every team. It is Monstropolis. Monstropolis. Look at that, 100%. You can't. Well, if you're watching this later, you can't see it, but 100% of teams got that right. Nice job. Good start to tonight's game. All right, here comes question number 2. Shrek was the first movie to win the Best Animated Oscar. What 2002 Hayao Miyazaki film was the second? What Miyazaki movie was the second movie ever to win the Best Animated Oscar? All right, time is just about up on this question. So Shrek was the first one. Shrek was from 2001, won the award in 2002. And then so in 2003, Spirited Away took home the award. And then he won again. He messed up my Oscar pool. He messed up my Oscar ballot. I would have had 20, but Miyazaki won instead of Spider-Verse, which I haven't seen Boy and the Heron, but Spider-Verse should have won. All right, just for me, so I could have gotten the 20 out of could have cracked the 20 mark. All right, question number 3. What animation studio in partnership with DreamWorks made the original Chicken Run film in 2000? Aardman, Cartoon Saloon, Ghibli, or Laika? Who made the original Chicken Run? It was this animation studio had like a 3-picture deal with DreamWorks in the early to, what did they do? There's 3 movies they did. There's Chicken Run, Flushed Away, and Wallace and Gromit. They did Wallace and Gromit because it is Aardman. Aardman Studios are the ones who made Chicken Run, which featured somebody who the voice talents of somebody that we won't mention. All right, most teams got that right. Nice work. Here we go. Question number 4. What is the name of Nickelodeon's Boy Genius, who debuted on the big screen in 2001 before getting his own TV series? What is the name of Nickelodeon's Boy Genius? Let's say full name. Give me the full name for the point. How's everybody's week? Good week? Oh my God, I'm looking at the chat. Getting canceled. Let's do a little chat to catch up. Yes, I did still win the Oscar pool. I was in the Oscar pool with Ryan. Happy birthday, Ryan. And yeah, I'm gonna get canceled until I get the slow zoom. I'm gonna be permanently canceled. I'm gonna be set out to sea on an iceberg here because I can't do it. It's actually not in my power. And what's DreamWorks actually wanted to initially renew their deal with Aardman, but after Flushed Away tanked the whole deal. But yeah, I also agree Flushed Away wasn't that bad. All right, so your answer here, I believe everybody got this one right as well. It's Jimmy Neutron. Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius. Jimmy Neutron. He's doing the Neutron dance. Oh, did anybody see Beverly Hills Cop 4? Anybody speaking of the Neutron dance? This is very off topic. This is ADHD brain, but it's pretty good. I thought it was probably the best Beverly Hills Cop sequel. All right, question number 5. The Ice Age series squirrel Scrat is constantly subjecting himself to danger, trying to collect what food item? What is that food item that Scrat's always trying to get his hands on? It's very strange that they didn't select that. Okay, there's a great story. There's something, if you watch the Macy's Thanksgiving parade, there used to be they had a Scrat balloon, and wait till they had a Scrat balloon because like the Macy's balloons are mostly just ads, right? You'll see weird, like just weird shit from year to year because somebody bought like the little boy Ryan. Happy birthday to that Ryan, who's like 11 and a billionaire. But there was a Scrat. The answer is acorn, by the way. It's acorn, and Scrat was one balloon, and the acorn was a separate one. And they Ice Age Illumination, whoever made Blue Sky, stopped paying for the Scrat balloon, so they got rid of Scrat, but they kept the acorn. So now keep an eye out on Thanksgiving. There's just one single acorn that's in the parade because they were like, fuck it, we paid for this acorn. This acorn is not IP. It's not the acorn movie. So we're gonna keep floating the acorn. It's like one guy holds up the acorn. All right, question number 6. It's back to multiple choice. The music of what classic rock and roll act plays an integral part in 2002's Lilo and Stitch? The Beatles, Elvis Presley, Little Richard, or the Rolling Stones? Yeah, let's definitely give the acorn the acorn needs its own. I mean, it's got its own balloon. It could carry a franchise. If it can carry its own a single balloon by itself, divorced of its original context, it can certainly carry a franchise. Aren't there 5 Ice Age movies though? I think there already are 5. I have no idea what order they're in, but there was like Dawn of the Dinosaurs, Continental Drift. I don't know. I think there are 5 though. That's not one that's big in the Matt Nelson house. Not an Ice Age household. All right, so your answer here, pretty much everybody got it. It's Elvis Presley. There's lots of Elvis songs in Lilo and Stitch. All right, 2 more questions here in this animation round. Question number 7, released in 2005 and featuring the voice of Zach Braff, what was Disney's first CGI animated feature made without Pixar? Was it Bolt, Dinosaur, Chicken Little, or Meet the Robinsons? This is during the brief divorce of Disney and Pixar. This one is in their animated classics is the designation, but I don't know if there's anybody on earth who likes this movie. It's not very good. The other ones on this list, though, I think are good. The answer here, the movie is Chicken Little. Chicken Little is the first fully, because fully is the key word there, because Dinosaur was CGI, but it was CGI in front of live action background plates. They integrated the CGI into like real worlds. So, but Chicken Little was the first fully CGI Disney movie, not Disney Pixar. All right, and your last question of this round, question number 8. What writer director of 2001's Waking Life used the film's same technique of shooting scenes with real actors and then drawing over each frame 5 years later for the film A Scanner Darkly? So, who is that director who made Waking Life and A Scanner Darkly? Both of which use the same animation technique. And I think he did it again for a movie that came out a couple years ago. I didn't see this movie. The movie I'm thinking of was a Netflix original. I haven't seen it. All right, the movie that I'm thinking of, and I think if anyone's seen this and you can correct me, is called Apollo 10 and a half. And I think it uses the same technique. It's Richard Linklater. Richard Linklater did Waking Life and A Scanner Darkly. All right, so that brings us to the end of round 1. Let's see how our scores are looking after one round. We got Trivia Rocks with 3. It's called The Lance Hello, and the producers tied with 5. Stallone Island, lots of 7s, lots of 8s. Stallone Island, How Am I Going to Be an Optimist? Avis and Bobo, Machete and Sterling Cooper, all with 7, and tied with perfect 8s to start the game. Han Still Solo, Oslo Condition, Marley's Chains, and Fur and Ver. All right, so good start to the game. Everybody's in it, looking good. So this is going to bring us to our picture round here. Let's see. There we go. Oh, I want that bigger than that. What the? What is? Oh, you know what? I'm leaving it like this. This is what you get instead of the slow zoom tonight. So what you're gonna choose next is a picture round. It's all about lawyers. Daredevil is a lawyer. Spoiler alert: he's Matt Murdock. This could be Daredevil's new look, where he covers his eyes with hastily made photoshops. All right, so for your picture round, we used the legal comedies last week, and then this week we've got John Grisham movies and Real Legal Trouble. Real Legal Trouble. I don't even know why I set up this view. This is like a custom layout of mine. Why do I have this? Okay, let's see. Let's see what we got. Okay, that's fine, I guess. That one's not bad. All right, I think time is up for this one. Let's see where we're going. I think I know where I think I have a guess. I think, yeah. Oh, it's closer than I thought. Real Legal Trouble is your winner. I more for John Grisham movies than I thought. All right, so let's pull that up. Oh, did I not? Wait, where is it? On here. It's not on the... Okay. I will load this into the... let me open it up on the game, and then I will... wait, damn it. Wait, no, it's Real Legal Trouble. That was the right one. Okay. All right. So for this one, you just have to match the it's just matching the letters for each thing. So what you're matching is what the heart of the real case matter of all of these were. So each number corresponds to a letter. You don't have to type out the whole thing. Like if the answer is G, teaching evolution, just type G. Okay, so every one of these you should just be typing a letter. Okay, so let me how did I manage this? There's always something that I do wrong on this goddamn program. Hang on, once I get this so I can put it on the stream here. There we go. It's up on the stream. I'm gonna put 4 minutes on the clock and just match them. Best of luck. All right, you got about a minute and a half left. All right, everybody, it's just about time to start the countdown. Oh, what happened there? Oh, because there's always something going wrong. It's all right. Hopefully you're seeing all these sounds. All right, time is just about up. I haven't started the timer actually over on this side. I don't know how these got left out of my little slideshow presentation here. Forgot to put them back somehow. Made a mistake. But let's see. Stop it, music. All right, so time is just about up. For this one, you had to name the match the real legal case, or at least what the case was about, to the movie that was about the real thing. All right, so your first one there, the movie is Big Eyes, and your answer is E, stolen authorship of paintings. Number 2, that is Amistad, and your answer is uprising of enslaved people, D. 3, that is the movie Inherit the Wind, which is about the Scopes monkey trial, making your answer G, teaching evolution. 4, that is The People versus Larry Flint, and so your answer is B, violating indecency laws. 5, that is the trial. Wait, 5 is wait, what did I? Something went wrong here. Wait, 5 is right. 5 is, I'm sorry, that's the trial of the Chicago 7. I'm just making sure that this didn't get messed up. It's protesting at the Democratic National Convention in 1968. Number 6, that movie is A Man for All Seasons, and the answer is C, treason against the king. Number 7, that is JFK, the movie JFK, which matches to A, conspiracy to assassinate the president. And 8 is Aaron Brockovich, making your answer F, pollution by an energy company. All right, so before we look at scores and standings, let's head to let's do our short round here. So short round's a quick way to pick up 4 quick points. Your theme for the short rounds in this section, this Daredevil section, is characters with 4 senses. Last week we did Silent but Deadly, all about villains who don't speak. And what we've got left is Star Treks Are Blind and The Diminishing Sound of Music. So make your choice. What's it? That's not where. Oh, look, that one goes. Oh, I see what I did here. I made this one so that this goes up on the movie screen. That's not bad. I must do these things in like a fugue state because I don't remember doing that. Like I'm doing it in my sleep, waking up in the middle of the night. All right, let's see. Time's almost up on this choice portal. Let's see where we end up. Here we go. Who won? Who's our big winner? What door are we opening? Oh, again, it's very close. A score of 5-4. The Diminishing Sound of Music. The Diminishing Sound of Music. So this one is all about This one is all about musicians dealing in one way or another with hearing impairments. All right. So here is your 4-part question. The diminishing sound of music. Name these movies. So just name the movies about musicians dealing with hearing impairment. They're dealing with it in some way or another. Number 1, the only hearing member in a deaf family explores her singing talent. 2, an aspiring composer finds himself teaching high school music and clashes with his deaf son. 3, a hard rock drummer begins to lose his hearing. And 4, while training in Philadelphia, an athlete begins a relationship with a musician who is slowly going deaf. All right, so you got descriptions of 4 movies. They are from, well, I think if I say what year they're from, there's one from the 2020s. There's one from the 90s. Wait, 2 from the 2020s, 1 from the 2010s, and 1 from the 1990s. I won't give the exact year because it might give something away. All right, I'm going to give you 90 seconds to think this over. All right, 1 minute and 30 seconds. All right, so just make sure that you put them in the right order. Order does count for this one. Where's the one where like it's big and I'm tiny? There we go. But then I'm blocking it. I don't know. That's just, well, now I'm just gone. That's too small. That's nothing. Excuse me while I figure I just play around with all this crap. All right, let's see how much time you got left. You got about 30 seconds left for this round. All right, let's start that timer now. 15 seconds on the clock. Your answers are looking good so far. Hang on, wait. Also, I think round 2 didn't score for some reason. I gotta check. I'll look and let me see why that didn't happen. All right. So your answers here, your answers for this one, the only hearing member in a deaf family, that is Best Picture winner Coda. Number 2, where did this go? Yep. Number 2, the aspiring composer who teaches high school. That's Mr. Holland's Opus. 3, that is The Sound of Metal. And 4, that is about Creed. Creed is your answer for that one. All right, so let's take a look at this. Then I'm going to go back into part 2 and see why that did not score up properly. All right, hang on. Let me go back. Which one is this? Yeah. Did everybody get points now? What happened here? Sorry, I'm just trying to figure this out. There we go. Now everybody should, yeah, you got points for the short round. And now you got, yes, and just who is deaf in Creed? Tessa Thompson. Yeah, she's a musician and she's losing her hearing. And I think she gets like after Creed gets rich, he gets her cochlear implants, I think. All right, sorry. I don't know why that didn't grade up before, but you should have all your points now. Yes, you should watch Creed. Creed, all 3 of them are pretty good. I think 2 is probably the weakest link in the bunch, the one with Drago. All right, so let's take a look at your scores and standings here. After roughly the halfway point of the game, it's called Lance Hello with 8, Trivia Rocks with 9, Machete with 15, producers also with 15, Marley with 17, Han Still Solo and Stallonely Island and Oslo and Avis and Bobo all with 18. Very close. And then we've got How Am I Going to Be an Optimist, Fur and Ver and Sterling Cooper all tied with 19. So a very good first half for everybody. And I think that mathematically that means all of the scoring is done, and that is correct. Excellent. All right. So with that in mind, it's time for the halftime double time. You get, if you've already used it if you use it last week, you can't use it this week. But for each, oh, look at that. This service is, the server is unavailable for this image. Interesting. On the free image host site that I use. But let me know if you want to double your score. If you want to double your score for part 2. Yeah, I've got a lot of yeses tonight. One team going for the 2 teams going for the butthole cut. If you're watching this later, you can't see the joke. I put a little joke in on that answer all the time. Oh, one team reverted from the butthole cut. They thought better of it. But 6 teams are doubling up their score tonight. Just remember, if you did use it last week, you can't use it again this week. All right, so that brings us to our next choice portal, which is it's our puzzle round. It's our puzzle round, and like Daredevil, which probably will appear in some of these. We've got pre-MCU. It's all Marvel, pre-MCU Marvel. So Marvel movies from before 2008. Last year we did Stolen Needle drops in Spider-Man movies. We've got pre-MCU scrambles, so like jumbles. And we've got original trilogy X-Men, in other words. So make your choice. So next week, what's left? So next week, our fate is predetermined by what our categories are going to be. It's going to be the horror. It's going to be the horror round. It's going to be Grisham, and it's going to be Star Trek. We got an interesting game. I think some people are not going to be happy with that combination. You've been pushing it off. It's like eating your vegetables or doing your homework. You've been pushing it, kicking the can down the road. All right, let's see where we're going for our puzzle round tonight. Overwhelmingly, pretty overwhelmingly, original trilogy X-Men, in other words. All right, so the way this one's going to work is I have an example for this one. There it is. Original trilogy X-Men, in other words. So hang on, let's see. I've got an example for this one. So you're going to have a shitload of names in front of you, X-Men actors. Okay. So what you're going to get though is I'm going to, I don't know why the free imaging was unavailable. I don't know. The link may be expired from when I uploaded that double time. All right. So I'm going to ask you a question about, it's just who played this character, but I'm going to describe their X-Man name in another way. All right. So that will be in brackets. If you're watching this, it's what's in blue in the brackets. You've got all of these actors who have played an X-Man in the original trilogy, in the first 3 movies. But there's not all of these names are going to be a correct answer at some point. So for this first one, what actor played mascot of the University of Michigan? All right. So you just pick that name, and then every time the correct name shows up on the next question, that name will disappear. So the list will whittle down as we go. 6-4 was the breakdown. All right. So for this one, what is the mascot of the University of Michigan? That is the Wolverines. They are the Wolverines. So who played the Wolverine? Of course, it's Hugh Jackman. So that was your example. That one was worth 0 points. Everybody got it. Nicely done. I think you understand what we're talking about now. Here we go. So here comes question number 1. Here is the real first question of the round. What actor played giant creature encountered by Odysseus in Homer's Odyssey? You've got all these names, and I'm not going to read all of them. Maybe I'll read them once. Sean Ashmore, Halle Berry. They're in alphabetical order. Sean Ashmore, Halle Berry, Alan Cumming, Ben Foster, Kelsey Grammer, Famke Janssen, Taylor Kitsch, who technically was not in the trilogy. He was in X-Men Origins. Tyler Mane, James Marsden, Ian McKellen, Elliot Page, Anna Paquin, Rebecca Romaine, and Patrick Stewart. All right, let's start the timer. So yeah, there's a ton of names here that as decoys. There will only be, counting the Hugh Jackman example, there will only be 9 of these names will get used. All right, so what is that giant creature encountered by Odysseus in Homer's Odyssey? That is the Cyclops. Cyclops in the original trilogy, played by James Marsden. James Marsden. Almost everybody got that right. Nice job. All right, here we go. Question number 2. What actor played 2014 Thriller starring Jake Gyllenhaal and Rene Russo? What actor played 2014 Thriller starring Jake Gyllenhaal and Rene Russo? Yes, that was, if you can believe it, the movie that I'm referencing here, 2014, 10 years old. I couldn't believe that when I looked it up either. That movie that is 10 years old now in 2024 is Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler, played by Alan Cumming. Alan Cumming in the original just X-Men 2, right? That's the only one that he's in. He never showed up again, as great as he was. Right? He's not in 3. I don't remember 3 all that well. All right, here comes number 3 of this. What actor played midsize SUV manufactured by Nissan? What actor played midsize SUV manufactured by Nissan? All right, time's up for this one. That midsize SUV manufactured by Nissan is the Nissan Rogue. Rogue, played by Anna Paquin. Anna Paquin in the original trilogy and Days of Future Past, and maybe one other. The X-Men movies, I cannot keep. I used to be able to keep track of them. No goddamn clue anymore. I would like to see. I would like to see. What do you call it? Deadpool, though. All right, question number 4. What actor played U.S. city that overtook Philadelphia for 5th most populated in the 2020 census? 5th most populated city in the United States. What actor played city that overtook Philadelphia for the 5th most populated U.S. city in the 2020 census? Answers rolling in a little more slowly on this one. A little tougher. This one was a little tricky because it's not what she's called throughout the movies, but by X-Men 3, Jean Grey becomes the Dark Phoenix. Phoenix is the 5th most populated U.S. city. It's Famke Janssen. Famke Janssen is your answer. Teams, okay, no, a fair amount of teams got that in the end. All right, we are halfway through this puzzle round. You're all doing great, and I'm proud of you. Question number 5. What actor played Seattle's WNBA team? What actor played Seattle's WNBA team? If you know who these X-Men actors play, even if you don't know what the alternate description is, you might be able to work backwards. All right, time is just about up for number 5. Seattle, up in the Pacific Northwest, has the WNBA team, the Storm. Storm. It's Halle Berry. Halle Berry is your answer. All right. Yeah, good. Everyone's doing really solidly on this. The X-Men movies, the early X-Men movies, and Days of Future Past are solid. All right. Oh, no. Okay. What actor played Val Kilmer's call sign in Top Gun? What actor played Val Kilmer's call sign in Top Gun? And I will go through who I will go through the decoys and what their X-Men names were, just for funsies at the end. All right, so this one, Val Kilmer's name in Top Gun and Top Gun 2 was Iceman. Iceman, played by Sean Ashmore. Sean Ashmore is your answer. All right, 2 questions left in this round. Number 7. What actor played part of the name of YouTube's #1 most subscribed channel? What actor played part of the name of YouTube's #1 most subscribed channel? All right, time is up for this one. That channel that is the most subscribed channel on YouTube, for some reason, it's Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, making your answer, Kelsey Grammer. Kelsey Grammer, who came back. What was he in? Oh, he's in some Marvel movie. The Marvels, right? Doesn't he show up in the post credits for the Marvels as Beast? All right, and our last question here in this X-Men round. What actor played second half of a 1963 Betty Friedan book title? What actor played second half of a 1963 Betty Friedan book title? You all know your X people very well. You've done well. That Betty Friedan book was The Feminine Mystique, making your answer, Rebecca. Why does this keep jumping ahead by 2? Rebecca Romaine. Rebecca Romaine is your answer. All right. So now let's take a look at your scores and standings here after the puzzle round. It's called Lance Hello with 10, Trivia Rocks with 12, the producers with 18, Machete with 21, How Am I Going to Beat Optimist, 22, Still Lonely Island, Avis and Bobo, and Marley's Chains with 25, Hans Solo and Oslo and Fur and Ver all with 26, and Sterling Cooper, Roland Deli Betts in the lead by 1 with 27. So that brings us to our next choice portal, which is going to be it's our double points round. It's Ben and his buddies. It's Affleck time. It is Affleck time here on TMQ. You got to choose your path here. Last week we did 8 Degrees of Ben Affleck, where we worked our way through trivia from Ben Affleck back to Ben Affleck. These other two are much more directly Affleck centric. We got Ben and Jen and Gwen and Anna, and we've got Ben and Matt and Kevin too. Again, I think I know what I think I have my finger on the pulse, but I could be wrong. I have my finger on the pulse, but don't want my thumb on the scale by saying it before timer runs out. I think it's going to be Ben and Matt. I think people will feel more confident with Affleck and Damon. What do we got? Let's see. There it is. Overwhelmingly. Look at that. 8-3. 8-3 was the score on that one. All right. So we got Ben and Matt and Kevin Smith. So it's Affleck and Damon, and also where they overlap with Kevin Smith. All right, so let me find that for you. Where is it? Oh, hang on, sorry, I'm in the wrong slideshow. This show is sloppy. All right, Ben and Matt and Kevin too. Here we go. Let's do it. Question number 1. What are the first names of the characters Ben and Matt played in the movie that won them a screenwriting Oscar in 1998? So you got to name those characters' first names. You got to know what movie I'm talking about, and then name each of their characters' first names. Each one of these is worth 1 point. And again, like it's been, some of these are going to be 2 blanks. Some of them are going to be 2 truths and a lie, where there'll be a fake out answer. And they will be, I believe, kind of like this, where one is very obvious. Like the name of in Good Will Hunting, Matt plays Will Hunting, and Affleck plays Chucky Sullivan, Chucky McIrishman. It's something Bostonian. About half teams got Chucky though. Nice job. All right, question number 2. This one is 2 truths and a lie, so each one's worth 1. But if you pick the fake out answer, it wipes you out to 0. You can pick 1 and stick with it, though. Affleck and Damon starred in and co-wrote the screenplays for Good Will Hunting and The Last Duel, but which 2 filmmakers directed those films? So Ben and Matt wrote Good Will Hunting and The Last Duel, but who directed those movies? Ridley Scott, Gus Van Sant, Steven Soderbergh. 2 of those are true. 1 of those is false. False one gets you nothing. Good day, sir. All right. So your answers here are Ridley and Gus. Ridley Scott and Gus Van Sant are your answers. Let's see, how do teams do? I think almost everybody got those right. Nice work. All right, question number 3 in our Ben and Matt. It's our first appearance of Kevin Smith here. Which 2 Kevin Smith movies are headlined by Affleck but have only 1 short scene with Matt Damon? Chasing Amy, Jersey Girl, Mallrats. Two of these have both of them in them, but it's there's an imbalance of Ben and Matt. Although I guess they kind of balance out Good Will Hunting, which is Damon centric. All right, time is just about up for this one. Ben Affleck is in all 3 of these. One of them, though, he plays a supporting role, and it does not have Damon at all. And that one's Mallrats. Mallrats is the fake out. He is Affleck leads Chasing Amy, which most people got, and also Jersey Girl. All right, question number 4. Ben and Matt shared equal screen time in Smith's 1999 film Dogma, starring as which 2 angels? Your options are Azrael, Bartleby, and Loki. Azrael, Bartleby, and Loki. All right, time is just about up for this one. I think this one was our biggest trip people up. I think possibly because one of them it sounds more like it's from it's from Norse mythology, not Judeo-Christian mythology. But it is Bartleby and Loki. Bartleby and Loki, not Azrael. Azrael is the incorrect answer. That is your fake out. All right, your next question. Which 2 of these high school and or college set movies featured performances from baby-faced pre-Goodwill Hunting Affleck and Damon? The movies are Dazed and Confused, Glory Days, School Ties. Which of these have both them in it? Both of these guys. They both look so young. One of these movies just features Affleck. Affleck's just like the Kevin Smith one. Affleck's in all these, but Damon's only in 2. All right. So this one also tripped people up. I think probably because one of the correct answers is a movie you may not have heard of. It's a super Gen X-y, like mid-90s movie called Glory Days. Dazed and Confused is your fake out. Affleck's in Dazed and Confused, but Damon is not. School Ties, though, most people got. Glory Days features both of those guys. All right, question number 6. Remember, also, you can, if you know one but don't want to risk it, you can just pick the one. What pair of networks aired Affleck and Damon's filmmaking reality show Project Greenlight? HBO, Bravo, AMC. HBO, Bravo, AMC are your options for where Project Greenlight was on. It was on one of these networks for like 3 seasons and then switched to the other for the 4th. And yeah, I saw a question in the chat. Where's Damon in Chasing Amy? Yeah, he's in a scene with it's like at the comic. It's like the comic company where Affleck and Jason Lee do the have the Bluntman and Chronic comic. And I think the other guy is Dante. It's Brian O'Halloran. All right. So the answer one is HBO, of course. That was like where it was, and it came back to Max when Issa Rae and Kumail Nanjiani had mostly Issa Rae's season, which was recent. But the other one was actually Bravo. You would think AMC because it's a movie channel, but it was on Bravo for a season, believe it or not. All right, 2 questions. Similarly to the last question, what pair of streamers are behind the 2 most recent Affleck Damon collabs, the Nike corporate biopic Air and the currently in production film Animals? Netflix, Amazon, Apple TV Plus. All right, time is just about up for this question. Air was on Amazon. That was an Amazon original. And Animals is coming up. It comes out I think later by probably award season. It's a Netflix. It's a Netflix joint, not Apple TV Plus. All right, and your last question of the round: Ben and Matt play fictional versions of themselves, making Goodwill Hunting 2 hunting season in the super meta Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. What other two films do the titular stoners disrupt the shooting of in the film's third act? The Adventures of Bluntman and Chronic, Clerks 2, Scream 4. All right. So in that movie, they do. I actually said it before, but I think it's the most obvious one. Adventures of Bluntman and Chronic is the Jay and Silent Bob movie that they're trying to disrupt, and they do get on set there, but they also in Smith gets super meta in the net. There's like another Jay and Silent Bob movie from a couple years ago, and that's when the snake starts really eating its tail. But he didn't dip into Clerks yet. He goes on to this before Scream 4 was a real thing. They went on to the set of a fictional version of Scream 4 with the late Shannon Doherty was in that scene. All right, so let's take a look at your scores as we head into this the post-credits blitz. We got Trivia Rocks with 17. It's called The Lance with 19. How Am I Going to Be an Optimist? 22. Producers 24. Still Lonely Island 28. Machete 31. Fur and Ver 34. We got a three-way tie for third with Oslo, Avis and Bobo, and Sterling Cooper, all with 36. Han Still Solo with 40, and Marley's Chains at 41 up in the top spot. So that brings us to the post-credits blitz. I ask you three sets of questions. One is harder. One is easier, worth 1 point. One is harder, worth 2. All right. So here comes your first pair of questions. We didn't talk about. We'll do the Affleck and his wives and girlfriends round next week. Name the early 2000s horror movie starring. We also didn't talk about. This was a crossover of two rounds we didn't do tonight. Name the early 2000s horror movie J-Lo made with non-Affleck Daredevil villain Vincent D'Onofrio for 1 point, or name the late 90s crime flick J-Lo made with non-Affleck Batman George Clooney and Michael Keaton for 2 points. Maybe should have been flipped, 1 versus 2. I don't know. You tell me. Yeah, this it was Weinstein synergy, not the type of synergy you want anymore. A lot of people getting the 2-pointer. I maybe should have made that the 1-pointer, but maybe they're also both really easy. I don't know. Oh, also, we talked about I dropped the ball here. We talked about the Beast before. We were talking about Grammar Beast, but we got that's a pretty direct line to Holt. No holds barred. All right, so your answer here, it's for 1 point, it's The Cell and Out of Sight. Out of Sight is the movie that has two Batmen in it, but neither of them is Affleck. All right, question number 2. Name the Game of Thrones actor who plays arms manufacturer Bolivar Trask in X-Men Days of Future Past for 1 point, or name the Predator actor who played Homeland Security Secretary Trask in X-Men The Last Stand. Someone's got the 2-pointer. That's a tough one. All right. So a few teams got the 2-pointer. It's a dude you've seen a million times, but you might not know his name. But apparently more people do than I realized. The Game of Thrones actor who played Bolivar Trask is Dinklage, and the Predator actor, he's a character actor in like a million things. Just saw him in an episode of Battlestar Galactica the other day. It's Bill Duke. Bill Duke is the other Trask. Two dudes who do not look anything alike. It's a very vast multiverse. All right, and your last question here your last question of the game. Name the real New Jersey convenience store that's central to Kevin Smith's Clerks trilogy, or name the real New Jersey video store that was located next door and also played a role in the films. So it was a real place. This is the last question of the game, so I'm saving the harder question. You had to have been an immature boy to get this one right. I've been an immature teenage boy sometime around the turn of the millennium. This shows up in a ton of stuff, though. Both of these establishments, these were real places where Kevin Smith actually worked, and that he based. Some people were close on the convenience store. You knew it was quick something. It's quick stop, and RST Video. It's RST Video. These were real joints, and they became enshrined because of their appearance in Clerks. All right, so that is that is it. That's the game, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had fun. Let's see what our final scores here are. We've got Trivia Rocks with 17. It's called Lance, and with 20. How am I going to be an optimist? 22. Producers 26. Still Lonely Island with 30. Machete 34. Fur and Ver with 38. Sterling Cooper 39. We got a two-way tie for third between Oslo Condition and Avis and Bobo, both with 40 points, and a two-way tie for first with Han Still Solo and Marley's Chains, tied at the top for the win tonight, the co-win. So we'll have one last game here in section 2 of the Multiplex of Madness, and then probably a longer break because I will be doing stuff. Super busy August. So either the end of August, next week there'll be the finale of this section, and then some time off for the last section. And I'll announce all of that in the coming weeks. All right, so have a great week, everybody. See you back here next Wednesday at 9 for the conclusion of the Daredevil section of the Multiplex of Madness. I will see you in 1 week.